Okay, so how hard can a martial artist strike or hit? And, what kind of damage can that do to somebody? I guess to talk about this, first we need to kind of define the term. So, um, a Newton is kind of the unit that's used to measure force. So I'll be talking about how many newtons strikes have. Um, Also, you need to know that if you want to increase force, then you need to increase mass or acceleration. So the faster, the more powerful a blow will be, and also the more mass. So the bigger a person is, or the more weight you get behind the punch by striking with your whole body instead of just your arm, for example, will increase the amount of force. But with that being said, how much force can a martial artist create? So the typical, like a boxer, a good boxer can get up to 4,000 newtons of force through a punch. And but with a kick, a person can create about 9,000 newtons of force. So that's because the thigh is much bigger, than the muscles of the arm. So you can create a lot more power, and there's more mass, with the leg as opposed to the arm. So really, it's over twice the amount of force that's created with a kick, with a good kick. Let's put it that way, than with a punch. So 4,000 newtons with a punch, and 9,000 newtons with a really up to 9,000 with a strong kick. There was the strongest kick that was recorded was over 12,000 newtons of force, though. So that's quite a bit of power. Now you wonder, like, well, what does that even mean? Well, let's talk about it this way. So the amount of newtons, I guess, to break a rib is around 3,300 newtons of force. So that means a good punch could break a rib. Now, when the arm's extended, it separates the ribs and it makes them easier to break. And also, the ribs don't have much padding, especially on the side, what they call the floating ribs. So there's not as much natural armor like muscle or body fat around or over those, so they're easier to break. A femur, the big bone in your thigh, that takes about 4,000 newtons of force to break. But you wonder why that's not happening more. Why aren't there more broken femurs? And it's because there's a lot of muscle and fat that goes around that femur, unlike the ribs. So there's a lot of padding around there when it's hit that protects that bone. So, but the bone itself, 4,000 newtons of force to break. To knock somebody out. So if you hit somebody in the head, certain areas, like the back of the head or the jaw, things like that, it doesn't take much force. It can take as little as just 22 newtons of force to knock somebody out. So, the head jarring back and the counter coup, the brain sloshing back and forth, it doesn't take much actually to knock somebody out with a well-placed blow. So that's it. Also, you might want to think about, for self-defense or whatever, there's certain areas that a person can't condition and don't have much padding, like the eyes, the throat, the groin, hitting someone in the nose. Those areas don't have much padding, and you don't really need to break anything, but they cause, a great amount of damage, and they can give you the time you need to get out of a situation. But anyway, that's it. That's how much force something like a martial arts blow can create, and how much it takes to do certain amounts of damage to somebody also. So hopefully you found that helpful, guys. And if you'd like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, I'd appreciate it. Thanks.